Hello, guys, and welcome again to this edition of Learning with Rich. So, in this topic, we're going to talk about how to select objects in Navisworks Manage 2018. Okay, so it's time to actually touch something. So, the idea going around of not being able to actually modify something in Navisworks is not entirely true. So you can really modify items in Navisworks. So the issue is you need to be able to select these items first. So that is what we are going to talk about in this lesson. Okay, so let's go ahead and start it. So I'm going to open a sample file. Okay, so again, I'm just going to use the Navisworks sample file so that you can follow, or you can also open your own file. Okay, so let me just go ahead and let me try to use the example files in Revit. Okay, so look for samples and I'm gonna use this one and then I'll just open or any other Navisworks files. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is where is this select tool? So the select tool can be found on your select and search panel. You can see here's the select. So this exercise is not long, so we're just going to discuss some options on how to select the object, which is very crucial in Navisworks. Same with other Autodesk software. So we should be able to know how to select an object. Okay. All right. So the first one is select. So as you can see, select is turned on. So if you use that one, so you'll be able to pick the objects one by one. Okay, right? So let's say I'm gonna pick this. So I'm going to right click. Okay, so right click. So there's the select there. Okay, and then if you want to select multiple options, multiple elements, so you can hold your control key and then you can pick one by one. Okay, so just like that. All right. So another way, so I'm just going to escape or I'll just speak outside. So another way to select an object aside from using the select tool, so that's the definition. It selects items with the mouse click. Okay. So aside from that, if you click the drop down arrow, there's an option here, select box. So it selects items within a rectangular area. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to select to this area. So I'm just going to pick one point and then I'm going to drag and then release the left click. So you'll be able to select the objects. Okay, so I'll go ahead and select this tool, the orbit tool. So I'm going to orbit my model. Okay, and zoom out, orbit. Okay, and then pan, right? And then I'm going to escape. So going back again, I'm going to click the select box. So let's try again. So let's say this portion. So I'm just going to drag like this. So it's like AutoCAD. Okay. So there are other options here to select the object. Like for example, this option here. So there is a invert selection. So it deselects all selected items and selects all unselected items. So like for example, the color blue elements are selected. So if I'm going to select invert selection, it will deselect all selected items and select the unselected items. So I'm just going to click this. So you will notice it will select all the unselected items, but it will deselect the selected items. Okay. So using the select box tool, you will not be able to pick one by one. You see, if I try to pick, it doesn't allow me to pick. Okay, because this is the right tool for that. So if you want to pick one by one, you can click the select tool. So you'll be able to pick one by one. So if you want to include other elements, you can hold the control key and then you can pick one by one. Okay, and then again, you can try invert selection. Okay, and then you can also click the drop down arrow here. There is an option here, select none. So it will deselect the object. Okay. Another option is select all. So you can select all if you want to select all items in the scene. There you go. Okay. So if you want to deselect the objects, so you can just easily select here, select none, or you just need to simply press escape. Okay. Another option to select. So let's say, for example, I'm going to select the select tool. So I'm going to pick this one. By the way, you can go to the Home tab, Display panel. If you want, you can turn on the properties so that as you select an object, the properties here will display the selected object. Okay? Just like the properties in Revit. Okay, and aside from that, you can also use quick properties. You can toggle this on, so it displays property information in a tooltip style window as you move your cursor. So basically, if you turn this on, if you hover your pointer to an object, it will show you a property of that. Okay, the item name is this one, 600 by 600 277. The item type is lighting fixtures. Now, if you want to modify the quick properties, you can go to the application button, you can go to options, and then you can go to interface. You just expand the interface, and then you can select there the quick properties. You can expand this. You can click the definition. So you can change this. Okay. So item and the name. Okay, item and then category. Okay, so as you hover your pointer, these are the properties that will be shown. All right, so I'm just going to cancel this one. I'll just use the default settings. Okay, so as you hover, for example here, it will tell you what is that. Okay, if this is toggled off, so if you move your pointer, it will not show you any property. Okay, now going back to selection, so if I'm going to click this object here, this one, lighting fixture, there is an option here wherein you can change, like for example, you can select same. So I'm going to toggle this on. I click that. Okay, so it's toggled on. So if I click one element, okay, toggled, same name. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so same name. So the other option here is same type. Okay, same name, same type. Okay, so let me just escape. So let's say I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to select same type. So it will highlight all the elements with the same type. Okay, the other one is same name. So it will highlight all the elements having the same name. Okay, so basically knowing how to select the objects is very crucial in Navisworks. Because why? So let's say, oh, I want to separate all of these highlighted elements. So you just need to select and then right click. You have an option here to hide unselected. So if I click this, it will hide the unselected elements. Okay, you can see that it only shows you the elements with the same. Okay, now if you want to return it back, so what you can do is you can change the selection tree. By the way, selection tree is here, home, selection tree. Okay, so this is the selection tree. You can change this to standard, so it will show you the project. Okay, so you can right click that, then you can select here, hide unselected, hide, okay, and then where's the unhide? Okay, so this is the unhide button. So unhide all, there you go. Okay, so just escape. So aside from the option here, okay, so let me just open it, click again the select tool. So I click one. Okay, so there is an option here from the visibility wherein you can hide the object. There you go. Or you can unhide. Okay, right? So from the visibility, okay, so we know this already. So from the visibility, so let's say, what is this require? So it forces the selected items to remain visible during interactive navigation, regardless of any performance settings. So let's say, for example, I'll use here the selection box. I will select this portion here. Okay, then after that, I'm going to require it. There you go. So you will notice from the selection tree, it also highlights what is those elements that is selected. Okay, you can see it's highlighted. So if I'm going to select hide, okay, and this is hide and selected. So unhide all, there you go. Okay, so basically that's how you use these elements, these tools. So unhide all, and then unrequire all. So it makes all required items optional again. Okay, so that they are drawn according to performance settings. Okay, so if you select, you can hide, you can require. Okay, they are always visible no matter how you orbit your model. Okay, or you can also hide unselected. The other one is unhide all and unrequire all. Okay, so these are the options that you can use to select the objects. Okay, now what else? Compact. So if I click the compact here, so if you click that, as you can see, this now is by level. Okay, so this is by level. The other one is by properties. Okay, so this is by properties, and then the first one is the default standard. Okay, this is standard. You can see here by level. If you have other link models in your project, you'll be able to see it here on the selection tree. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to select the objects. Okay, so being able to select the object or an object in Navisworks using these multiple techniques is going to be very helpful in the future. Okay, so hopefully it has been this video has been helpful to you guys about selecting the objects, using the selection tree, and using the visibility here. Okay, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can always put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. All right, so once again, this is Rich from Learning with Rich. Have a nice day.